Hey folks, thanks for joining us this afternoon. My name is Cindy Tibbles. I am an employment consultant in the Youth Job Connection program here at Yes Employment. So before we start, I wanted to let you know that we do have a SurveyMonkey link below. It's a quick survey. It would help us a lot moving forward. Your feedback is really important to us, so I would really appreciate you filling that out at any time throughout or afterwards. The topic for this afternoon's chat is cold calling. So, let's just jump in. So what is it, and why should you do it? Cold calling is simply the practice of calling potential employers directly by phone without any prior contact. So it's an opportunity to market yourself to them. The reason why it's recommended to do as a strategy in your job search is a lot of the jobs that are available are not advertised on the more popular job boards like Indeed and JobBank. A lot of research shows some estimate that as much as 4 out of 5 jobs are not posted. So this is all known as the hidden job market. So a way to access this hidden job market is through cold calling. This is a much more informal process of hiring, and so you have a lot of much less competition, right? When a job is posted online, you're competing with thousands of people, whereas this is an opportunity to tap into that hidden job market. So before you start just going and calling employers, you want to get organized and do some research and develop a tracking system. So be sure, you're in a comfortable setting. You have your resume with you. It's updated. So if it's not updated, that's something you need to do first. Update your resume. Have some kind of system to record when and who you speak with. So whether you're doing that with a pen and paper or you're creating a Excel spreadsheet, as long as you have a system that works for you, whatever works, right? Just you need to have something. And so I would suggest you start by organizing a list of employers that you want to contact, and any company information that you think is pertinent, and maybe some questions you might want to ask related to that company. So that really brings us to the question of, who do you call? There's a lot of places you can look for contacts. The more obvious one is Google, right? Just Google a sector or a particular industry that you're interested in working on. You can get as specific as you want. But there's also some local business directories that you could utilize that organize prospective employers by industry or sector. Like you could go to Yellow Pages or through the Chamber of Commerce, or the City of North Bay's website has a company directory. You can check out the local labor market information group. But ultimately, Google is your best friend, right? So get a list of employers that you have a particular interest in working in. So employers that speak to you maybe have the same values as you, or if you're thinking of your career long term, places you could see yourself working in that align with your job goals. You also maybe want to reach out to family and friends and, share so they can share their networks of contacts with you. You might be surprised who they know, but, get creative. So, for example, if you're looking to work with children, maybe as a ECE, that's like your long-term goal, or maybe you already have your ECE license, but you could, be looking to get into that work as a daycare helper or ECE assistant, let's say. So you could look at the DSAB has a list of all the licensed childcare services and recreational services. So that's a way to access a list of employers. But I have to say, just by accessing Yes Employment, you've already demonstrated that you have the ability to locate a network, right? That's going to help you access employers. So you've already taken that step forward in accessing some employers. So ask your employment consultant as well to help you generate a list. So once you have your list, you need to determine who specifically within the company that you should speak with. So ideally, you want to speak to the person that's responsible for hiring. So you can research this on the company's website. If it's a larger company, you can call and speak with the admin or reception and simply ask for the name of the individual who's responsible for hiring. But before you make any calls, you want to prepare what you're going to say, right? This is your marketing pitch. So really the reason why you want to prepare it is you want to ensure that you have some structure and that you hit all the important details, right? You want to use your time wisely because you only have their ear for a very short time. So you don't want to miss this opportunity, right? And you also want to show the employer that you value their time. So be prepared, right? Time is money. And be sure that when you call and you get this feeling maybe that they're busy or, they're not too receptive, also ask if this is a good time to call or if you could schedule a better time. Again, making note that, you're appreciative of their time and you don't want to waste their time. So this pitch that you're to create should be brief. So no longer than 30 seconds. Essentially, you just want to explain briefly your work experience and education, any highlight of, your skill set that makes you particularly a good candidate, and then state what your career goal is. And of course, you want to mention that you would like some information regarding any positions, and, that they might be hiring for at this time or in the near future, and ask if you can send them your resume. Remember that you want to be taking notes while you're talking. It's important that you get, for example, their name, make note of when you spoke with them, any information that you said you would do, if they're allowing you to send your resume, write down the email address, make note that you're going to be sending your resume. Maybe you discussed sharing a particular resource or something. Anything you say you're going to do, make sure that you write that down so that you don't forget and that you actually do it and you follow up as well. So make note if they say, okay, we're not hiring at the moment, but we anticipate in, a month from now, we're going to get new funding or a particular project, contract. So, maybe we could consider you at that point, get back to us. Make note of everything, right? Because if you're anticipating to call quite a few employers, you don't want to confuse any of them with one another, right? So if you're feeling nervous about calling employers, it's quite intimidating. I totally understand that. A great way to help you feel more comfortable and confident is being prepared, right? So that's another reason why you prepare a little spiel, but also practice it. With a family or a friend, you can record yourself because, it's going to be a phone call. You can record yourself on a voicemail or, just on your phone and listen back to it. Do it over a few times, have someone else listen to it or call a friend, right? That's what you'd be doing now anyways. So practice over and over. And also, so if you have your list of employers, but there's one that stands out and is always, maybe you've always had your eye on one particular employer you'd really like to work for, don't call that employer first, right? You want to maybe save that employer for last because, you can practice with other employers, get a good feel of the typical reaction you're getting, and how to, rebuttal, or, how to maneuver certain obstacles they might put up, right? Some employers may not be responsive, but some might, right? This is, again, all about accessing that hidden job market and just really opening up as many opportunities as you can. And you never know, like it's a form of networking as well, right? So you just don't know who you're talking to. Maybe they have partnerships with others who know that, their other places are hiring, and they might refer you. Or again, like maybe they're not hiring now, but later they will be, and they may not say so, but if they allow you to send your resume, they might just, you'll stand out to them, right? You're showing that you actually care about the company and what they do, and that, you're not just randomly applying to all the jobs online that are posted. You are targeting an employer you want to work for because you see yourself fitting within that particular workplace culture, or your values align with theirs. And finally, don't forget to follow up, right? So as I said, you're writing down as you're talking, anything that you say you're going to do, be sure that you do it. So any job leads from the call, make sure that you follow up. It's, maybe start off small, like one day, just have 2 employers, build up to, to more as you, set yourself with, realistic goals. So that's cold calling, right? It's one of many different strategies that you can utilize to find work. So hopefully that was informative, helpful. Again, if you could please fill out the survey below, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining us, and look forward to the next time. Thanks.